Good to see you.
Another great day in the Beep Mobile. Today's project, we are going to do something that most people don't do when they are insulating their schoolies. And we actually learned this from one of the other schoolie fellas out there.
So today the plan is to shoot some spray foam insulation, in our case, the great stuff, up into the ribs of the bus, even the ones along the sides and here. The reason being is one of our friends who's doing a schoolie conversion in Winnipeg, he said that one of the big problems schoolies are having in colder climates, where it's like really obvious, is when you look at the outside of the bus in the winter, there's ice all along the ribs, which means nothing but the heat is leaking out of the ribs and causing melt on the roof and then ice. So in order to combat that, we are going to fill these puppies up with great stuff.
Yeah, so this thing that's happening is called thermal bridging. That's where the outside coldness or outside heat can make its way through because it is like conducting heat through conductive material, in this case, metal, which is highly conductive to heat and coldness. And so this is a way that you can help prevent that from happening so that you don't end up with bad condensation and potentially ice problems in cold places.
Now we know none of this is going to be perfect. As you know, if you're doing a schoolie or you want to, the whole thing is a science experiment. So this is what we're doing to combat it. We don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, but something we are knowledgeable about is that this is for window and door frame. So it's not massively expansive and won't blow the ribs right off of the ceiling, where when we were talking to the spray foam guy who came and assessed the bus, he said to use rigid foam board on the bottom so that we didn't blow the sides off of it. So we're assuming it's the same for the ribs.
Yeah, so Great Stuff has quite a few different expansion foams, sealants, insulating foams that come in an aerosolized can. This particular one is the window and door. So the reason why we're doing this is it's low expansion. The higher expansion ones, they puff out super fast like Aaron was just talking about, but this is specifically formulated not to bend the material that it's going around. So that's very important when you're doing enclosed spaces. So thank you, RV World Traveler.
Yeah.
You're the one who gave us this idea, and we just wanted to give you some props and say thanks for the idea.
Yep, that guy's super smart. Definitely check out his channel. Let's get into it.
Yep.
What are you doing for safety gear?
Oh, today's safety gear while we're drilling, we've got our safety goggles on, hearing protection, cut resistant gloves, and a long sleeve shirt because the little shavings that come down, they could be pretty hot.
And safety booties.
That's right, safety first, kids.
There's insulation in some of these ribs. Surprise. The other one bites the dust.
Hello there.
Looks like you've had an update on your safety gear.
I do. So I went ahead and went with the full face mask shield because these metal shards were like hit me in the face and the cheeks and it burned. And then also I put this around my wrists because the seam between where like you put the little buttons on the shirt, little pieces of metal were going into those holes and it burned. And so Aaron's all like, oh, let's tie some old t-shirts around that area so no more metal pieces get there.
The funny part is, the t-shirt still smells like an armpit.
Oh.
And for safety precautions, I tied my hair up. I was getting so much metal in my hair and bouncing down my collar, and gotta be careful, folks.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Back to work.
Back to work. This is really intense. Well, it's not intense. It's just a lot of holes. Quite easy with these awesome step bits. They're monsters. If there's already an existing hole, my bit is just smashing through them. If there's not, it's a little bit more tricky, but I'm gonna step up my game and use a thin cobalt bit to make the initial hole, and then I'm gonna use the step bit to go the whole way.
Boom.
Oh, and we had to start making our holes a bit closer because our straw wasn't really fitting in the holes very well, so.
Yeah, so we're not really too sure what the proper spacing on these are quite yet because we haven't done a test of spray foam, but we're separating them by about 8 inches or so. That's what we're doing right now. We'll see.
Mine are a lot closer because I didn't know. To know for sure if our spacing is correct, we're gonna need to do a test.
Yep.
See, Senor Garcia?
See, are we gonna do a test?
See, we're gonna do a test.
All right, let's do a test.
Okay, Senor Garcia.
I don't know if you're supposed to shake this stuff, are you?
Shaky, shaky, shaky. We've got cardboard down. This is a test. It's hard to tell, eh?
Well, I could see it through the holes.
Wow. It's not as drippy as some of the ones we've seen, eh?
Yeah.
Some of the ones we've seen have just like dripped out of the holes and been really messy.
I wonder if it's because it's low expansion.
Maybe. Hopefully it works.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, like I saw it come all the way up to this hole here.
So it probably shoots about 2 inches forward.
Jabber, jabber.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right, for this next part, we're gonna be spraying the foam and we're gonna put some nitrile gloves on to protect our skin. You don't wanna get this stuff on your skin because it could irritate it. Also put on your eye protection because you don't want this stuff in your eye either. Nah, nah, nah. thing on.
We rescued it from the goop.
The Goober Gabbers.
That was a fun project.
That was a really cool project.
Yeah. Simple enough. Smart. I think it was a smart idea to fill the ribs up with foam.
Yeah, we just ran out of some of the great stuff, so we had to go and grab some, I don't know if it's off-brand or generic or whatever, but it was basically, home builder.
Moose.
Low expansion mousse.
Low expansion foam. The straw was better on the big bottle, but it was really hard to squeeze. So I had a hard time keeping the bottle upside down. We did find with both brands that having the bottle upside down was just a better blast of foam.
Mm-hmm. And shake it really well.
Shake the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And often, the more often you shake it, the more it gets.
Something I learned was watch where your head's at, because if these goober gobbers fall in your hair, it's difficult to get out.
Yeah. And something I learned while drilling the holes is certain fabric, the metal just like sticks all over. So if you like whatever you're wearing, you're gonna have to pick metal shards out of it, like my trusty old sweater.
It acted kind of like Velcro, so to speak, like the hook and loop, how they got just like hooked together.
Oh, it hooked itself in all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is really starting to come along and just feel so much more like our home, which is so exciting. There's no better time than now to work on something that is for you, something that gets you off grid, something tiny, something more simple, and that just is a more low impact on the greater good and on your life and your finances, and yeah, no better time than now.
So thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Leave us a comment. Let us know if you have any questions about anything that we're doing. And like always, all of our materials that we're using, we've got links down in the description. For our Amazon shop, we're just putting them all on there because it makes it convenient for you to find.
That's right. So until next time, friends.
Adventure on.
Adventure on. Lots of love. Bye. That would be a really fun photo for the cover. All right, yeah, that's enough. Bye.